Welcome back to Master Me with Mike Cole. Tonight's going to be special. Wherever you are, whoever you are, tonight's going to be special. If you found this message, you were meant to receive it. You were meant to hear it. Exactly who you are, exactly where you are. Last episode, there were some other notes that I jotted down that I didn't really have time to speak on. And I wanted to come on today, or shall I say tonight, and continue that thought. Because last episode, we talked about the 4 L's: listening, learning, layering, and leveraging. When you listen to learn and learn to listen, you can layer the lessons and leverage your blessings. And if you want to learn more about that, go ahead and check out last episode, the 4 L's that made me $250K in 3 months. This episode is speaking on what that looks like in 1 to 3 moves. Make the ugly look good, the good look simple, and the simple look easy. Make the ugly look good, the good look simple, and the simple look easy. And there's a trade of excellence in that, to when you can make something look easy, even though it's not. There's a certain level of mastery that comes with that. And that's the whole essence of Master Me. It's to master an aspect of yourself that then you can listen to what is the mastery, learn where's the mastery, layer the different masteries, and then leverage all of that for whatever the opportunity in front of you is. And a specific process you can go through is a lot of hard work, or a lot of things that can take you from here to here. In the beginning, look ugly. Whether you're not good at it, or it's not pretty, or you don't know what to do, you don't know how to go about it, you don't know who to ask for help, you don't know how much time it's going to take. It's just a lot of I don't know, that look ugly, I don't want to do it. You know? But for example, when I first picked up the camera, a lot of my images, I would call them, were terrible. Took a picture, didn't know how to edit it. Took a picture, didn't know how to frame it. Took a picture, didn't know anything about the settings for years. I just put it on auto mode. And as soon as I figured out I'll put it on auto and move a little bit like this, boom, the image actually looks okay enough to post. But for a while, those images were ugly, bro. And it took a minute before I actually felt like they looked good. It took a long time, actually. And the process from it going to ugly to good was honestly a step that coach gave me. Deny the pacifier. Deny the pacifier. See, I was living my photography life on auto mode. I turn the camera on, put it on auto mode, I'm ready to go. Any environment, any setting, it would handle the audio, it handled the video, it handled the photos, all of it. Even when it came to editing, auto. Shoot it in auto, edit in auto, boom. It's ready to go. But the more I practiced, the more I just took photos, I began to just learn, listen, layer, leverage, and be around other people that actually learned photography or went to school for it or had a whole business around that practice, that craft. And the more I was around them, they started to see hey, some of the photos you're taking actually look good. You have an eye And I'd be like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I just put it on auto mode and go. And they would be like, hey, that's where it starts. But like, you have an eye. You should keep going. And that's all I needed. The fact that somebody that's been doing this for years, making money off of it, posting online, their photos look immaculate, the videos look great, telling me that I had an eye, was like, oh, okay, maybe I do have something here. Maybe I should, see what I can do with this situation right now. And one of them, they challenged me to be like, just take it off auto mode. Let's just see what happens. Like, what do you have to lose? Take it off auto mode. You know what you can get with auto mode, but just, hey, here's the settings. This is aperture. This is shutter speed. This is ISO. This is white balance. This is framing, composition. This is depth. This is lighting. I was willing to listen to people that were better than me, people that had more experience than me, shall I say, that had failed more times than I had tried. And because of that listening, I was able to learn so much. Now, I'll be honest, in the moment when they first were telling me these things, I was listening and I was like, all right, went straight back to auto mode. I tested it out a little bit. I was like, it looked too dark or it looked too light, or I don't know what I'm doing. Go back to auto. I went back to the comfort zone because I'm like, look, I know how to make my photos look good on auto mode. I'm going to just stick with that. And I needed to be around others to challenge me. So the more I got around those people, the more I could see like, man, they shooting on manual, they edited, and it's like, it looks good. The auto is cool, but like, this really looks good. Maybe I can do that. Then one day I said, I'm just going to focus on one at a time. I'm not going to focus on all the settings. I'm just going to focus on one setting. And that's where I started to say, you know what? I'm not going to shoot on auto. I'm not going to edit on auto. That was denying the pacifier. Auto mode was the pacifier. Just like GPT for some folks. Got a question, go to GPT. And I ain't hating, I still use it. There's times I don't necessarily shoot on auto mode anymore, but there are times I hit auto on something on edit just to get an idea of, what does this look like? And then I'll just tweak it from there. I'll use it to give me an idea rather than allowing auto to be the final. So in the process of me denying the pacifier and just taking it one setting, one step at a time, focusing on ISO. But what does ISO do? Oh, when I go up, this whole image lights up. When I go down, the whole image gets dark. Oh, so ISO it's almost like, how much light is hitting my camera. Interesting. Okay. All right, well, let's see what the shutter speed does. Oh, when I go down, it gets blurry. When I go up, it's less blurry. Wow. And I just started there, piece by piece. And in the process of that, I learned I don't even need auto mode. Because once I was able to figure out the certain settings that I like to get the images that I like, boom, I was set. Because I had the eye. I learned aperture. I learned the ISO. I learned the shutter speed. Still learning about the white balance. Then it was like, just let me get the framing right. Oh, I get the framing. Oh, upper thirds, lower thirds. Oh, this is how the composition. The lighting. And then once I got to that stage, I'm like, oh, how do I pull all these things together to make it look good? Because at first I was just playing around with settings, went from auto to just back to beginner mode. Then I'm like, one step at a time, moving it up. Images, videos went from ugly to this is starting to look good. This actually looks like Somebody else did this, but it was me. Wow. Same thing with sales. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say it was ugly in the beginning, because I had a lot of experience up until this point through freelancing, entrepreneurship, and all my creative endeavors that allow me to build a certain confidence of just talking to people. And that's half the battle with sales. But I didn't quite know how to sell in a new setting. Cause I was like, what do I know about furniture? I sit on it all the time, or I'm in a house or in a building of furniture, but I didn't know why it made somebody's life better. But then I could tie it back to, with cinema photography, certain props create a scene. That scene tells a story. That story has value. Oh, so these pieces, just like these settings, I take it step by step. If I just take it, how does this couch add value to a space? Add value to a person? Well, how does this love seat add value? How does this chair add value? How does this lamp, this rug, this picture, this scene, how does this add value to someone's life? People care about that couch for comfort, for connection, for convenience. Got it. People care about this love seat with closeness and intimacy and relationship. Oh, people care about this chair because of some of their problems with their back or their knees or their legs, or they're about to have a surgery. They need a recliner that's going to help them with that. Oh, or they need this lamp because this particular lamp that has a clicker versus you got to plug it in and off because of the wires and the way the house is set up. They just want to be able to touch it. I see. Once I was starting to see, these are the problems people have. This is what they truly want. So this furniture is just another setting to set the scene for their story to raise the value in their life. Got it. Okay. Taking the scene, taking it set by set, and just layering what I've listened and learned. So now I can leverage and share my findings with you. So that's like a practice of taking those 4 L's and actually applying it, what that looks like on a consistent basis. But again, we get into a specific framework of just making the ugly look good. So once I was able to learn with the camera, with sales, this isn't just a couch. This isn't just a sofa. This isn't just a love seat. This whole set or this specific piece can assist with whatever you share with me, whatever I learned from you, and how I'm able to layer that in a conversation to then raise the value of what you want to leverage in your life. This is how you do that. Or with the camera, or even with this lighting, instead of setting up all the lights, just taking the lamp, placing the lamp in a certain position to where I don't have to go and set this up and break it down every single time. Plug in the lamp, turn on the lamp, set up the camera, ready to go. Dial in the settings, hit record. Now, the next step is turning the good and making it look simple. Well, how do we do that? Well, if we're going back to my learnings in photography, that process was people telling me about you can use presets when you're editing. Now, I'm still learning about, how to do all of that, but you can essentially save settings that you like to particular scenes and then apply that setting to the scene when you're editing. Or even when you're shooting, you can save a certain scene or you can save certain settings. So instead of shooting on auto, you can start to learn, this environment, when it's backlit, might require a little bit more boost on the ISO and XYZ because it's less light, because we're shooting on the shadow side. So therefore, their face is darker because the light's behind them. So I have to raise up the brightness so I can see them in my camera. Or the sun is blasting on their face, so they're super lit. I need to bring my settings down to compensate for the natural light that's already lighting up the scene. Another example of that is when it comes to sales, simplifying it of sometimes you know the value of what people value by the way they dress, by the way they talk, by the pace of which they walk, and the words that they use. Even eye contact can tell you a lot. So simplifying it of, instead of me going through the full 10 objectives and attempting to figure out the 4 Ps, what sticks out immediately that I can use to put in that financial formula? Okay, I'm listening to, these are the words they're using with their company they came with into the store. Okay, that's the language I need to use. Simple. Instead of attempting to figure them out by asking a bunch of questions, just listen from afar, look from afar and see what's going on. And one thing I learned throughout my process of just being around other salespeople is the more experienced ones, they say all the time that a lot of good salespeople, they call them the $1 million writers, they don't reinvent the wheel. They find something that works and then they do it over and over and over and over again. Because it works. So why would it stop working? It works. And if it stopped working, then you can just learn something else that works and work that. So if we bring it back to this scene, to where I am here today, I literally have a lamp positioned right here, shining on my face. When I first started this podcast, I noticed the light was a little harsh and I didn't want to move the position of the chair. So I just put a t-shirt on top of the lamp to soften the light hitting my face. Simple. It's a simple solution to get the payoff I desire, to be transformed with what it is I'm aiming for. Simple. When it comes to editing this podcast, when I record this and I'm done recording it, I take the footage, I put it in my computer, and then from putting it into my computer, I put it into a program that I edit with, a software. And on that software, I have certain settings that, because I'm shooting either in day or either at night in the same place with the same lighting, most of the time, I can just drag and drop those settings on top of the clip. It took me maybe 15 to 30 minutes to figure out what the initial settings were going to be. Then for everything moving forward, I can drag and drop and adjust. So I'm not re-editing the whole thing every time when it comes to the lighting or the color or the contrast. Drag and drop on top of the clip, adjust, move forward. Simple. So I took something that was ugly and turned it good by listening and learning. Then I took the good and made it look simple by layering what I listened and learned, and started to be like, these are how I use the settings. This is how I use the lighting. This is how I use the framing. This is how I use multiple camera angles now. I'm layering. I'm just adding another element to it based on what already works. Take what works, use that, and then just add to it. Whatever doesn't work, take it away. Whatever does, keep doing it. So simplifying is less about doing more. It's honestly about how to make what you're doing more efficient and more effective. And the play that coach gave me for that is intercept the pass. Well, what does that mean, intercept the pass? First, we're denying the pacifier. We got a couple different analogies going on, so let's bring it back and simplify it. For my guys listening that watch sports, football, you see a receiver, you're a defender, you see a receiver coming towards you, quarterback, hikes the ball, boom, they're drawing back, they throw it to the receiver you're covering. You deny the pacifier, you deny the pass, nope, get that out of here. Now it's second down, you deny it. Now it's third down, you deny it. Now it's fourth down. Now they're punting, now you have the ball again. You're denying access of the doubt, of the worry, of the pain. You're denying it. Nope, get it up out of here. Not doing that today. But the thing is, now that you've denied it, it puts you in a position eventually to get the ball back to your offense so you can score, so you can win. In sales terms, sometimes denying access to, you know what, I'm actually not going to talk to that customer because based on what I've assessed, it looks like they're not going to buy today. And I want to talk to a customer that is going to buy today. So I'm going to put my energy there. I denied the no in order to intercept the yes. So now when it comes to the football analogy, when you're denying it, it's fourth and they punt it. Now your offense has to start from way back there, which is better than the other team scoring, but they're starting from back there. Whereas if you intercepted the pass, now you get to start from where you caught the ball and wherever you touched down on the field. Let's say you caught it and you dropped right there. Instead of them punting the ball all the way back here, now you're starting right here. And this is a play of generational wealth. Intercepting the pass so your team doesn't have to start as far back. That's the process of simplifying. I don't want to have to start over when I edit this podcast every single time. So let me give myself a head start, an advantage, leverage in my life. Let me just simplify it. Simplify with the lighting, simplify with the angle, simplify with the settings, even simplifying it with the posting. Having a formula of the title, the description, the chapters, questions. I don't have to think about what needs to go where. It's just the content might shift, but the structure is the same. Same thing in the sales presentation. The content might shift of this person wants a sofa, or this person wants a love seat, or this person wants a bed. The content might shift, but the structure can relatively stay the same. All right, so then what's the next step after we made the ugly look good, made the good look simple? Now we can make this simple look easy. Taking my laptop to work and, when it's times the customers aren't coming in, I'll be editing the podcast. I've had some of my coworkers say to me like, man, that looks good. You shot that? You did that? Yeah, I did. Now, I don't give away all the, I put it on this setting and put it in that position and it's the lighting. No, I'm like, just record it, post it. These are some of the things I talk about. You should check it out. Real simple, real casual, nothing over the top. But now I'm starting to make it look easy. Because essentially it is. See, intercepting the past is all about shifting our perception of the ugly isn't really ugly. I just don't understand it. But the moment I understand it is the moment I can shift how I see it. So when I can shift how I see it, it's actually simpler than I thought it was going to be. So the next step after that is to practice. To practice with purpose. The reason why it looks easy is because of me practicing with purpose. All the times I've been on video shoots and won't have a lot of time to set up. So we got to do exactly what we can to set up, shoot this, and move on to the next scene as quickly as possible. Years of that, then years of doing it myself at home, doing it myself on set, doing it with my team on set, doing it with other teams on set, doing it live. Practice with purpose. Because whenever I just practice for practice sake, it helps. But whenever I practice and with the intention of, I want to get better with my setup time. I want to be able to drop the tripod, know where it's going to be, set up the camera, put in all the cords and everything, and make sure it's ready to go as quickly as possible, yet still efficient and effective as possible. Practice that. Then next is, all right, I want to be able to get the settings dialed. I want to know where the lighting is. I want to know where they're going to sit. I want to do all of that so I can set this interview up and be ready to go. Same thing then taking it to the editing side of things. Same thing even when it comes to interviewing them and then asking the questions and all of that. So when it comes to the sales side of things, making it look easy is I'm just having a conversation. Taking all the 10 objectives, the 4 Ps and all my personal frameworks, and then funneling all of that into how do I filter this by just having a conversation with them. I'm listening, I'm learning, I'm layering, I'm leveraging, and they feel like I'm getting to know them and they getting to know me. It don't feel like I'm attempting to sell them anything. I honestly am just getting to know them. So I know what do they need. And I've had so many people come in and say, man, well, that was easy. Yeah, it's supposed to feel easy. When you participate, I participate, and it doesn't feel forced. Or I'm not attempting to get them to buy what I'm wanting to sell. I'm more so listening and learning what decision needs to be made, and then therefore just persuading them on if they want to make a decision now or later, or if this decision is best decided here. So then from that, let's say we go to even back to the football analogy, to practice with purpose. Yeah, you can just, if you're a quarterback, wake up and just throw balls all day. But in a game scenario, you're not going to have the freedom to just throw balls however you want to. There's going to be people coming to get you. You're maneuvering around your own team. There's routes that people are running and they might have to change based on how the defense is reading the offense. And with all of that, it's putting yourself in game-like scenarios when you practice. So then therefore, when you're playing, it feels like you're practicing. Same thing when it comes to your creative endeavors. Same thing when it comes to your career. Same thing when it comes to your craft. Putting yourself as if you're really playing the real game or in a real life scenario when you practice. So then when you practice, you're just playing. You're not thinking about how to do this or how to do that. You're just playing and you're just maneuvering it. And then essentially over time, it looks easy. Because when you're playing, you're really practicing. And when you're practicing, you're really playing. Practice how you play, and you'll play how you practice. So that's making it look easy. But we got a bonus one Coach gave me as well, because in order to do this, there is a certain level of learning yourself, knowing yourself in those different scenarios and how to go about things. And what I'm learning for myself personally is peel back the pain and pursue each piece to your puzzle. Whoa. We were just talking about making the ugly look good, the good look easy. Good look simple, and the simple look easy. Where did pain come from? When you talking about peace, when you talking about puzzles. Well, if you think about layering, let's think about a puzzle for a moment. Let's consider a puzzle. It's literally taking different pieces and putting them in the right position to get a full picture. You put the right piece in the right position, you get the right picture. Well, it's the same thing with sales. When you take the right piece of furniture for the right person and you can present it in the right way at the right time, boom, that customer has a higher chance of making a decision, and that decision could lead to a sale. But let's say it's the wrong customer, and there really is no wrong customers, but it depends on what your business is. But let's say it is the wrong customer they're not looking for furniture. And let's say you show them the wrong piece, as in because they're not looking for furniture, anything you show them isn't going to be what they're looking for. And then let's say you're giving a presentation on everything they don't care about. Chances are their decision is to not buy and not buy from you. And that's happened. I've had plenty of customers that come in. I hadn't listened, I hadn't learned, I hadn't layered, I hadn't leveraged. And I'm attempting to show them a set they don't care about because they don't feel I care about them. I've had that happen too. Those L's aren't just lessons, they're losses as well. But it's the losses I leverage to be dubs, to be wins. So when it comes even to photography and videography and creatively, learning how to take the different pieces, but a lot of those pieces came through introspection of, well, why should I learn the process of setting in ISO and aperture and XYZ? Because when I was on set with other people and they would ask me, hey, can you set up that camera? The pain of, I don't know how to do that. I don't know. What do you mean set the ISO to 800? Or what do you mean set the aperture to 2.8? What do you mean? What is this? What are you talking about? And they're like, hey, what are you doing? The client's on a timeline. We got to be done with this in 30 minutes. What are you doing? The pain of not knowing, it's like, oh, that don't feel good. I got to learn how to do this. Because then once when you're playing with it versus when you're getting paid with it, two different feelings. When you're playing with it, it's like, it's all right. I'll show you. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll just do it. Let me do it. When you're getting paid for it, it's like, hey, bro, it's money on the line. It's time on the line. What we doing? Also, when it comes to the sales of the pain of somebody that was willing to buy, wanting to buy, but I didn't say the right thing at the right time or listen long enough, learn enough to layer and leverage. So I lost the sale. Then the pain of what that check looks like when you lose too many sales. It ain't fun, bruh. It ain't fun, sis. Even in football, when you lose a game or somebody gets hurt, even worse. That's the pain. But that's not necessarily the root of the pain. It's just it's the over time pain that doesn't get addressed that leads to the loss or the hurt. The pain started with you. Your fears, your doubts, what you felt guilty about, what you felt shameful for. That's what I'm learning, that when I can peel back that pain, I'm able to show up different in my energy. I'm able to be more me, if that makes sense. Because by peeling back my pain, I understand me more. So it's like everything I apply out there, I got to apply in here. I got to listen to me in my heart. I got to learn me in my heart. I get to layer all of what I'm listening and learning about me so then I can leverage it for what I want to do. So I can do this and do that and achieve this and achieve that. So it really all starts with me. It all starts with you. When you listen to you, when you learn you, when you layer those lessons, so then you can leverage your blessings. Because the pain feels ugly because we don't want to look at it. But the moment we can actually sit with ourselves and look at the pain and deny the pacifier, instead of looking at the pain and going to this or going to that and numbing and distracted and XYZ and just build a relationship with it. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's worth the work. And we can build a relationship with our own pain. Then we can what? Deny the pacifier and say, you know what? I'm not going to go get some cookies today. Just because I'm craving some love and affection. And that sweet tooth is going help me feel so good inside, I'm not gonna do it. Or I'm not gonna doom scroll for 5 hours because I'm bored or don't know what to do with myself or lacking purpose, or I'm looking for something. And really the answer might show up in me the more I just regulate and build a relationship with myself and ask myself, what do I really need? What do I really want? And what do I already have that can help me get to the next step? Sometimes it starts as that simple. And then you can turn that ugly pain into, okay, well, in this area, let me just shift how I see this. Oh, when I shift how I see this and I look at it like a puzzle or look at it like a game, then I can play with it. Don't gotta be so life or death. It can just be another game, and people win and lose games all the time. So if I can look at this pain like a game, not for anybody else, but just for myself, then I get to shift how I see it. And I get to intercept the past. I get to intercept when the doubt creeps in. I get to intercept when the fear creeps in. I get to intercept when the worry creeps in and shift how I see it. Deny the pacifier. Intercept the past. And then practice with purpose. Okay, well, let me speak what I do want. Let me see what I do want. Let me think what I do want. Let me practice who I want to be. So therefore, I can do what's required to have what I want, to have what I desire. When I practice how I want to play, then I can do what's required to have what I desire. So that's peeling back the pain, so therefore I can play and position the piece to my puzzle. Because when I figure out my puzzle, I can figure out any game. That's the secret. That when you figure out your puzzle and what each piece means to you, because you've been able to build a relationship and peel back the pain, now everything is a game. And it's just waiting to be played. Whether it's creative, whether it's career, whether it's your craft, whether it's relationships, whatever it might be. Now you're just playing a game. And you can take it piece by piece, step by step, setting by setting, scene by scene, set by set, cell by cell, decision by decision. You don't have to feel like this big thing that's ugly and scary or hard or complicated or difficult. Turn the ugly into the good. Turn the good into the simple, and turn the simple into the easy. And when you do that over and over and over again, man, you're going to be sitting on success every single time. And success doesn't always look like a win. Sometimes success is a loss, because sometimes what you lose makes more way for what you gain. Now, that's a whole nother episode, but sometimes what you lose makes way for what you gain. Because every loss is a lesson, and every lesson is a blessing. So I pray that you receive this message and you're able to see the ugly in your life is good. Even if it may feel ugly, see it for good. See the good in the ugly. See the good in the ugly. Deny the pacifier, intercept the past, see the good in the ugly, and then simplify how you see it. Don't put too many factors on it, just simplify how you see it. And then reverse engineer how you can make it easy for you. It don't mean the process is gonna be easy, but how can it be just one setting, one set, one cell, one scene, one decision easier for you to where you can practice with purpose? Boom. You ready to go? Now every day you get to wake up and decide, how do I want to practice with purpose? Intercept the past, deny the pacifier, peel back the pain, and piece together my puzzle with my pieces, playing my game. Cause it's yours to play. Who else gonna play it? Your mama can't play it. Your daddy can't play it. Your sister can't play it. Your brother can't play it. Your spouse can't play it. Your friends, your family, your coworkers, they can't play your game. Only you can play your game. And if only you can play your game, then only you can pay the cost. And trust me, I'm learning there's a higher cost to you not playing your game than when you do. Because there's so much fruit, there's so much wealth, there's so much abundance, there's so much opportunity when you actually play your game and you enjoy your game. Because then it starts to pour back into you, and you start to listen, and you start to learn, and you start to layer, and you start to leverage, and now you just a whole different person. And that person is the one that can do anything. When you're able to what? Make the ugly look good, make the good look simple, and make the simple look easy. And now you got people asking, willing to pay you for how you play. They want to draft you to the NFL, or draft you to the NBA, or draft you on a sales team, or draft you on their creative team. They want to hire you. They want to pay you. They want to contract you for your service because of the work you've done on yourself. I've seen it happen. I've experienced it. I went from shooting on auto mode to getting paid thousands of dollars to be on sets, traveling with it in all type of climates. It's beautiful, man. Now I'm learning in the sales way of face-to-face, in person, real life. People pay for the experience that I offer. Yeah, they're buying the furniture, but it's the experience I offer that people are paying for, that you're not gonna get anywhere else on this planet. That experience isn't just tied to me. That experience is cohabited. It's a cooperative process that we're playing together. And that's just one piece of it. One piece is the experience. The other piece is the payoff they receive. They come in with a problem, I'm offering a payoff. So they pay me for the payoff. They pay me for the transformation. They pay me for, this service and this solution is worth my time, worth my energy, worth my money. This solution and this service. Thank you. You're welcome. My pleasure for playing my game. So therefore, you're willing to pay me in order to serve you. I pray you receive what you need from this episode. And I wanted to break down even a step further how the 4 L's can lead to, yes, making money, but also how can you take that same formula, break it down even further, and apply it to any space, any industry, any game, any play in your life. Come on, smash me with my code, and I'll see you next episode. Peace.